Ugh, what a jerk. I, I got up and went to the bathroom. And in the time that the dog was laying on the floor. The dog has decided that because I was in the bathroom, therefore he will come in and take my spot on the bean bag. So now I can't really do much until I get the dog out of the way. Hey, monkey. Welcome. I, I don't know. It's such a wild thing. The dog usually does not like. It's one of the things. Like I cannot get him. He does not just like come in and sit on my bed all that often. At 9 times out of 10, it's when I've gotten up to go do something. He will come in and like take my spot. The only time he like will actively come in here most of the time is if it's like stormy or something. Like he might come in here to get away from noisier areas of the house and like try to get up under my blanket. So I'm fine with that. But the problem is now he's like sitting in the spot where, yeah, you sitting in the spot where I would have been sitting to face the screen. Yeah. Well, that's fine. I need to get down to where I was going anyway, so I can wait a little bit. I need to zip around in space. You got anything anything to relax with tonight, Monkey? Game wise? Or stream wise, maybe? I'm just gonna fly down to the quest area. I can't really do. There's no way I can do said quests with the dog in the way, but I will just go down there and be ready. He'll eventually get tired of me sitting here. Someone will make a noise and he'll have to get up and investigate, or yeah, it can be real tough sometimes to sort of put those boundaries up and say, hey, listen. Especially if it's either something that you were just so uninterested in or don't have like any input back to. Like if you can't really join in a conversation particularly well, or maybe somebody's just venting to you, and you can like handle, most people can handle like a little bit of that, but if it's a constant thing and you get to the point where it doesn't seem like it's ever stopping, then like you have to be able to like stop and go like, hey, listen, like I need to like, we need to like, at the very least just be like, hey, maybe we should change the topic of conversation. Maybe that might help with the issues, or maybe that'll help distract souls. But yeah, it can be rough sometimes tackling when people just don't know when to stop. And like I never hold it against somebody if it's something that they are like a fan of. If it's something that they are like really interested in talking about, but you're just like, I got nothing. I don't, it's just like, I don't know these. Like, there's only so much you can kind of engage with sometimes. And so it can be tough to carry that on, especially if that, like, continues over a longer amount of time. Just like, I don't. I've already exhausted what I know of this thing that you're talking about. At best, normally it's just like I kind of reference back to things that I've already talked to them with. Because, that's just the only thing that I, like, have that they kind of, like, to relate to. Aha! Haha, I knew you'd get up. What a dork. Drive active. What a goober. I don't even know why he got in here in the first place. It's not like he sat here for very long. And that's another one of those things, like the Dragon Quest monsters and Pokemon. Let me move the mic in here a little bit closer. Like Pokemon, Mystery Dungeon and such. I never got into all the Picross games. And I kind of get them. Like, I understand the concept of what the game's asking normally. I think it's just that I don't have enough experience with them to be like, ah, yes, all the, like, when you get into more complex puzzles and there's, like, several numbers in a column, I'm just like, how do you know that that's, that that six there is six and not, you know. Drive active. And I get it as kind of like a more along the lines of like a crossword puzzle or a Sudoku, and you have to fill in the things that you know. And so therefore you like slowly eliminate all the other options to go like, ah, yes, that goes there. I think it's just one of those things that I never like engaged with enough to like go, ah, I can wrap my brain around all of this. Drive active. But yeah, I fell into the trap of playing Eve again. I don't like. I played it for a little bit, like just before the pandemic. It was one of those games that I had kind of always wanted to play, but until there was like free to play mode, it was just one of those things that was like, I don't know that I want to spend money to like engage with this thing. At least when there were, when there's like free to play modes now. Drive active. Or have been for a while, and so at least I can kind of like scratch that itch now and then. I would almost love to like actually. I would say I would almost love to like actually get an Omega account again, but it's just like, for one, I think they like upped the price on it lately, which is kind of absurd. But there's definitely like complaints to be had about Eve that are mostly from like this game has been going on for forever and there's some inherent things with it. Across the okay, I gotcha. Yeah, because like so those one like at least just the like 2D playing ideas Like I can kind of grasp that when it's just like a thing that you are a grid that you are filling out. Hold on, let me. I am like super up on the mic, so uh, maybe there. Trying to like keep it from being too bad. Um, but there was like one that came out not too long ago that was like 3D, and you're like chiseling out a 3D shape, and that's where my brain was like, wait, hold on, how am I supposed to start on this puzzle like that? Like if I were the person playing this game, like I'm just, like sitting here going like, ah. But maybe it's just one of those things where I, having not enough experience with uh, like low level Picross puzzles, maybe that's something that would be easier to grasp had you played more, done more of those puzzles, and you're just like, oh, okay, now it makes more sense. But I'm just kind of I'm gonna like kick around and do some missions. I what is the I have an industry. So here's the thing. I I have this blueprint. I maybe at some point tonight I might sneak out there and try to rescue this blueprint from this place. What I got here. I don't. Maybe I could just use the Imicus. Hold on. Oh no, that's right. That's the bro. That's the scout ship. I don't want to use that actually. Don't have a. Maybe the Corvette will get me there. I don't. So this blueprint here is. I don't remember using it ever in low security space, but somehow. Um, it says it's in. No. It says it's. Well, here, I'll just do it this way. Facility, set destination. The facility is in a low security space. Black Rise Legion? I don't. Where is that? Like, why? I'm trying to figure out why I'd have gone all the way up here to build something up here. I don't. Unless this is like close by to where. I wonder if that's just close by to where I had some like rat hunting spots up in that area. Maybe that's hold on, let me this is a dumb mystery. Like basically I'm kind of just hanging out waiting for this to get done. So in 3 hours 44 minutes the those ships that I am messing with will be done. I kind of just want to make some more pioneers. That way I can use them to sniff around for ore in dangerous systems rather than the ventures. It's like these will get ore faster, and they have a little bit more offensive capabilities, defensive capabilities. They're just more capable, which would like definitely better in lower security spaces. I just you know, I need to be able to make my own so that I don't. So if I start losing ships, then it's just like, okay, well, they're fairly cheap to make. I can just churn out a few more to replace them, rather than constantly buy them from the store. What? Oh, I have a bunch of rewards. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Unused skills. Unused skill points. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just like I like some of the aesthetics. I don't know of any other space games that are very like player-driven economies. I guess I I assume um Elite Dangerous has some of that kind of stuff, maybe. Uh, yeah, okay. I'm not. Salvage some wrecks. Hey. Hey. Let's grab a mission. Okay, so poison. Oh, okay. This one is literally just get some free money. So I have to go in with a smaller ship, sadly. I have to go in here. There'll be. Oh, let's not. Well, let's. Let's remove this waypoint because we're not going all the way out there. Thank you.
Warp drive active.
Wow. Wow. But missions are just kind of repeatable little quest things that you do to get money. You get rep points for that particular faction or corporation or whatever, and you can turn those in to get
active.
better gear, essentially. I I'm mostly doing missions because I don't know if I want to sit down and maybe I should de-rust a bit. Um, there are. It's been years, so I kind of do need to. Uh, so where is it? Is it solar system map? Yes. Where's the what the probe scanner? Probe scanner. Okay. So like when you enter a system, you've got all these things. These are basically random stuff in space that you can go figure out. Some of them start already revealed. Like you could go to this thing and it's a combat site. You can do this combat scenario. And cool. But all these other ones you have to use a specific ship type or have a specific ship part a probe launcher, and you go in and you scan these down, and you have to like go and basically figure out what that thing is in space before you can go to it.
Warp drive active.
And like when I first started playing, that was kind of one of the things I did the most. Is just I would go scan those things down, and then maybe you find a wormhole and you go hang out in some wormhole space and do random shit in some other portion of space that you're like, oh. But it's also like super risky, and
Warp drive
I
active.
never had a good build for dealing with any of the, like when you go into wormhole space, stuff is a bit harder. And I feel like I just never had a good enough grasp of everything to um okay, so this quest is basically like, hey, go to one of these things and grab the dignitary, because that's like these all this stuff is about to blow up. You can save one of these people. Who do you save? And of course I saved Minmatar, because Amar are a bunch of religious zealot slave guys and they suck, so of course I'm saving these dudes. Huh? Because I'm not close enough. Okay, there we go. Now, go to the acceleration gate. Bump into the space objects a few times. Yeah, you basically get to... Whoa, what? It changed into a different... Turned into a different ship entirely and blew up. Wham. Oof. Okay. Man, why did that look so jank in maybe that's just OBS. Maybe OBS just couldn't handle the playback on. So now we have to go to this thing. We will jump through here, and then we have to drop this guy off in this other ship while the other people try to blow us up, because we didn't save their guy. Because again, the Yamar suck and I hate them.
Warp drive active.
Put our shields up, because dudes are trying to blow us up. And if I were in a bigger ship, I would probably just try to fight them, but because this mission specifically says you can only use these smaller ships, it's not really worth me sitting here fighting them. Might as well get down here. Slow down. And then we can put the... now I need to get out of here.
Warp drive active.
Turn off our engines, because our battery is pretty low. Escape. Hooray. That's like which is one of the it's kind of a freebie mission. You literally just fly in there, grab that person, and drop them off in that ship before you get blown up. Which is kind of a bummer because like most of the reason that I like doing questing is just because you can get a decent amount of money not only from the
Warp drive
quest,
active.
like what is the details? So like it shows you just how much money you get for each quest. The quest, that's the loyalty points, is basically script, but you get that. You get a bonus for getting it done quick. Plus, you get all the money, like any pirates, any of the bad guys that have like, listed NPCs like that, all have bounties on them,
Warp
and you
drive
get all the
active.
bounties for all those guys during the mission as well. So you get a bunch of money there. Plus, if there's a lot of stuff to fight, you get all kinds of rat loot. Essentially, it's just most of the time it's not anything great or it's not noteworthy, but there's enough stuff that you can sell. You can break some of that stuff down into materials and use those materials to build your ships with, and et cetera, et cetera.
Warp drive
Some of this
active.
stuff is just worth grabbing just for that. But the other reason I guess I just kind of felt like playing some space game. And then I noticed that there's you can go in. Uh, just rename it to my home station. It's fine.
Docking permission
There's like a
granted.
5 or
Request
like a
accepted.
week Omega unlock that you can get with for like 25 of the in-game currency, which you can buy on the market. And so it was. I looked and saw it was only like it would only cost you 100. I think it was like 120, 130 million in in-game currency, which I've got 3 billion sitting here. So I was like, I could maybe sit down and fool around for a week, and if I get it out of my system, I get it out of my system. I feel like playing more later on, then I these new these new mining ships at least will give me, I don't know, more reason to kind of poke around, because I don't know if I could do this the time. Like part of my I do enjoy kind of just being able to chill, AFK mine, and then use those resources to like build things and sell things. And I don't really care, whether I'm making like huge profits or anything. I'm just like, I enjoy the process of gathering things up, sticking them in another thing, baking, a nice fresh pizza, and then like giving that pizza off to somebody else to fly around space and shoot enemy ships with, or whatever happens at that point. I have some other rewards here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought I already collected that stuff once. Um, let's see if I can get in the the Drake for this and see my weird flat ship. I honestly probably should build another drone boat of some sort. Those are kind of my favorite ships. I did stick to a lot of the Galente ships. But since I didn't have, I don't think I have any battle cruisers of that size sitting around. Let's see. I don't think I have any of these. I used to have Myrmidons. I just don't know. They maybe got blown up. I don't. I do have a Navy issue Vexor I could go grab, but I don't know. I do have a Dominix, but you can't take battles. You can't take battleships into level 3 quests, and you can't do level 4 quests as a alpha. You have to be a paid or an Omega player for that. Let's see if I can. Uh-oh. I spam message. Yeah, why not? Let me grab it real quick and Nerdu's Legion. Second. I'm trying to remember what. I used to have it saved on my computer somewhere. Legion.
Verdant forests, vibrant life forms,
Oh, doesn't show it, does it? Explosive kinetic, maybe? Either kinetic or explosive would probably be my best bet for them. Yeah, there's like a handy thing that a bunch of people have. I don't know, maybe I'll just click on somebody. Maybe they'll have it in their notes. Okay. That's fine. Maybe I'll look it up. I don't know. I'll just go into space and do a mission.
Warp drive active.
Oh, I probably should have grabbed another drone while I was there. Oops. Hold on. I doubt the one drone DPS is going to be the thing that breaks me. Explosive damage. And let's do Surge until we figure out if one or the other is better.
Warp drive active.
We gotta warp to our space to find our encounter. Hold on. This seems like the volume is very high. We turn the OBS way down a bit. There.
Bed drive active.
What? May also just because I'm like in close to the ship, so it makes a lot of noise in space. Woo. Let's
Active.
head to the quest location. Not there's no stations in Old Dixie, huh? Or no, sorry, we're in Muir. Uh, it's wild. Okay. Uh, are they blowing up the? I guess they are. Let us launch our drones. All right. Fire our missiles. Drones don't want to go attack. Oh, because they're out of range. Makes sense. Get get those going. Let's look at this guy. I do like the look of their ships. Oof. So when they get blasted in the face like that. Then it will explode. Um, is all the martyrdom? Uh, might want to bring some friends along. What? Oh no, it's just more things coming. Gotcha. As I say, like, I wish the missions would have told me ahead of time, like, hey, you need a crew for this, because then I would have been like, oh, sorry, I'm not gonna like hunt down people on short notice to fight NPCs to do like the ancient content. those ones, if you would, please. What is this? The battleship? Oh, it is a battleship. Nice. Let's go look at the battleship. Oh yeah, it's the big flat thing. The thing is so wild shaped. Okay. Not the battleship yet. Probably no. Let's pop that. Let's go back to looking at my ship. Look at me. Oof. Right time to get clipped. You know what I ought to do? Actually, let's go back towards this. Ooh. I need to drop this thing off. Let's see. Oh, why not? Let us launch our tractor device. Oh yeah, I didn't look to see what. Kinetics probably just as good, maybe. I'll wait till maybe we. Oh, hmm. Battleship is doing some damage. Probably should actually smack it first, but. Ooh. I don't. This is not like an active tank ship, so currently. Currently, you know what? Oh, okay. We did switch to piercing. Never mind. Let me see if I can maybe get some speed up and dodge some of his attacks. Um, so it's not active. It's not an actively tanked ship, so I basically have to rely on my battery recharging my shields passively. Well, passive with these relays that pump the power back into my shield faster. There are like ship fits that would let you sort of activate devices to actively recharge those things, but it just kind of depends on how you build the ship out, whether or not you have the kind of battery power, or some ships just do not fit things particularly well compared to other things. So there are a decent amount of ships that have like a specific build to them that you just kind of build into by the nature of the ship. Mm. Ship battleship is looking beat up. Ooh. I'm curious as to like, are we gonna get more? Look, look. Oh, sorry. Oh, why am I not looking at my ship? What's going on? I had to have the dramatic explosion. Oh, no, that's the end of the quest, because this is done now. Okay, cool. Let's go down and check out our loot while we're at it. Is it down there a little faster? Hmm, maybe. It is chirping at me because my battery is low, or is getting low. Or sorry, my capacitor is getting low. Okay, let's do this real quick. I'll start with because I'm not an Omega account. Can't use like the salvage drones. I have to use like these salvager beams. And so I'll just hang out here a little bit. Hope for these things. There's like what? I don't know. There's a couple of things that still need to be looted. But if you have the salvager drones, you can just send these out to go do this for you. There's got to be a ship that has like a salvager bonus. Curious while we're sitting here. Oops. Finally. Finally got some loot from that. So these icons, like this shows that it contains loot. These ones are empty, but you can also use the salvage on them. Your salvage beams on them to like potentially pry more stuff off said ship. And that's kind of like Vanguard Galaxy is that same sort of way. Although like Vanguard Galaxy is very, since it is single player, it is, everything has a lot more pieces to it that you can salvage and work with. But alternatively, here in Eve, like you will have large fields of stuff to clean up after. So you will get you will get also get a lot of loot here just from the sheer volume of some of the stuff you do in this game. Blasting things with space missiles. Ooh. Let's. Okay, that's getting vacuumed up. I think everything else is here already. That's the last one. Basically, you drop this can in space, this MTU, mobile tractor unit, and it grabs all the wreckage in the area and like slurps it to close to it and loots it. And then you go into the mobile tractor, you loot all the stuff out of it that it's looted, and then you pick it up and put it back in your ship. If only it would do the. If only it could do salvaging for me as well, but oh well. Part of the idea is that like you would have fleets. You would go hang out with your buddies, and maybe they would have the extra space for salvaging, or maybe they're running a repair ship, or maybe they're running drones and they're letting the drones do most of that work, and then they have space for a few salvagers just hanging around, and you're like, oh yeah, I'll scavenge through all this stuff afterwards. No big deal. Let's see, nothing. Yeah, see, nothing like super exciting in here, but it's loot is loot. Grab the scoop to the cargo hold. Got all of those. I could bail and ignore this small stuff, but eh, not a huge deal. We are just chilling in space until bedtime anyway. This is a little bit. This is more active than mining and uh, doing transport missions and the like. And I do dig the ambient music. Is there a way to make the music more persistent? Audio. The music is classic Eve music. Uh, uh, I don't. I don't know if I remember the classic Eve music as much. Hmm. That's usually why I do kind of abandon small wrecks more often, just because they do kind of tend to not have anything. At least at this level, maybe at higher difficulty areas, smaller wrecks will have stuff. But yeah, you can have like cool space times hanging out with people doing quests. And it makes the missions themselves a bit easier when you have less people for the or sorry, more people for the NPCs to like focus on and deal with. And as far as like PvP goes, like even just having a second person there, um, I tend not to have any problems with people like trying to start things in high sec. I mean, I tend not to be flying anything that people are gonna like try to suicide gank. So you might find somebody who gets bored and tries, but I typically don't. I may have gotten popped once, maybe flying some transport box at some point, but usually if you're getting PvP, it's because you're in like low space, like low security space or wormhole space, and people are just like, "Ah, oh, you're doing a thing. I'm going to come out here and try to stop you." I don't know. It like one on one, or even like if you were flying around with like a buddy or a small group doing things like that in space. Like, I mean, I get it, but alternatively, like the you know suicide gank and like high sec with people multi boxing is just kind of I don't know. Seems very cringe. Seems like a thing that Just like a big waste of time. Unless you're like attacking somebody who's like got a lot of money in a thing, or they're like, in a predominant um, corporation. You're just like, hey, I'm striking these guys because you know they're flying an expensive thing. Like, okay, but you know,
Bed drive active.
like I said, it's usually not like a thing that comes up all that often, from what I've seen. 9 times out of 10, a PvP I run into, like I said, is like just me being in low sec trying to like mine rocks or hunt the like richer rats, NPCs that have like good loot, and people who I'm like, you've done the work for me, thanks. I'm gonna come in and try to
Bed
gank
drive
you.
active.
Um, like I said, I get that more. That makes a bit more sense. Do I have tea in my cup? I mean, look, I'm kind of so I have this sort of. It's supposed to be one of those lap desk,
Bed drive
like
active.
it's made out of like a foamy cushioned lap desk sort of thing. But I have turned it around to use it as sort of a back support, so that I'm not like laying on my back in the mean bag. Because while that's usually the more comfortable position, if you do long streams that way, you will absolutely hurt your back. Or, you know, I will hurt my back anyway. Ads. Ads, you say?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
So you've completed a quest, we're turning it in, get some money, get some stuff. So we have like 200 and something thousand LP for them. Because, this is where you do a lot of combat missions. Um, you. So I could, theoretically, not quite. I would also need Nexus chip. I don't know where you get those from. I think you. Do you get those from missions, or do you get them from like turning in? Get them from turning stuff in somewhere? Uh, damn, so much stuff in the store. Hmm. I could get a Megathron. Um, trying to think of like what. What is that even do? What? Oh, right. Then we want. I'm not even sure what I would really want. Armor repairs would be nice for the other ship. Although probably ought to grab I probably ought to grab like some ship some ship bits to work with. Something to build. Get this. Okay. I don't. It's the. No, I'm trying to figure out. Can I not look at it? What? Weird. Oh, it's this. I had to get some of these components to build it. And then I think is it a frigate? Um, it's a cruiser. Okay. Hybrid turrets. I can dig it. Okay. Let's see. What do I have? Almost 3 hours. We can work with that. We can kick about in space for 3 hours. Actually, what we need to do is empty our crap out of our ship real quick. Put all this stuff in our junk drawer to be cleaned up later. It's for when I haul stuff back to space or back to base and break it down or go haul it and sell it or whatever. Whatever we end up doing with it. So we got a few heavy, small gremlin. You could also kind of just end up being yourself fairly well stocked in ammo just from doing missions because so many things will have so much various ammunition. All the different types of shit you run into. Let's see what we got mission wise. Angels. Okay. Mhm. And then let's see. Uh, the I would have turned out, which I think is next door, so that's not bad. Let's see. Kindergarten, yeah, it's next door. Not too shabby. I think the biggest failing of Eve, besides it being like a game that's been around just forever and kind of relies on too many people playing like multiple boxes, multiple characters. I think the UI just definitely needs a remodel to keep up with. you have so much like various information that you want to check all the time, or it looks like you have so much information you want to check all the time. And sometimes like some of the like simplest stuff is just not like like I don't know why I can't lock my ammunition down so that like I'm never, because this is all ammunition that I'm using in the ship. Like, why can't I just keep that somewhere so that I never have to worry about accidentally removing it from my ship?
Active.
Like, I'd love it if there was just like a slot somewhere. The since so many ships have like different cargo slots, like this says drone bay. Like, why not just have an ammunition bay for all that stuff, and you just stick all your ammunition in there. That way, you never have to worry about. And then there's just little stuff. It's a thing that you do eventually get used to and all that, but it just seems like a simple, like a real easy thing that you could fix with the better UI or.
Warp drive active.
Let's see. Let's see what we get into when we get here. Don't. I'll turn on my shields because I'm sure we'll get here and they'll be. Let's see. What do you got? Okay, you're still. We could use explosives, but we've got that stuff already. Oh, there's another gate, so we will. Get out here towards this stuff. We're still too far away for us to be able to do much. Yeah, there we go. Start marking dudes. There we go. Now we can. Now that we are within missile range, we'll start firing. Uh-huh. I'll have to remember to get some, like, uh, oh crap. Yeah, I'm looking out for reinforcements. Yeah. I forgot that my booster was on. I thought I turned it off. Damn it. Those things eat your battery pretty quick, so you don't want to be caught with that stuff just left on. Unfortunately, I did just that. Let's get in here a bit closer. And start turning towards him. Could you turn towards it? There we go. We get to have up to 6 targets locked at a time. What are they doing? Yeah, that did a lot of damage. Yeah. There's a ton of getting peppered a little bit. Guys in close. Can we... Yes, no. Drones, please attack that guy. No, it's just a regular old Drake. I'm just doing um, level 3 missions because I'm currently alpha. I don't, I have not sat down and like bought the like 7 day or anything with Plex or anything yet. Just kicking about. Uh, we'll blast him. Um, Head towards you. I had meant to be like hanging around in space all day today, but I did not start the stream until late. I got dinner done and was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and finally start the stream. And I just I got the itch to play Eve again after a while. It's been a few years. I like didn't even know that there was uh, a new mining ship, essentially.
A module has run out of charges.
So I've just been like, you know what? I can spend some time playing a little Eve. Maybe yeah, I probably will like do the like little 7 day Omega and maybe fool around with some of the stuff that I had sitting there. Go to my low sec rating or something like that. I probably should have grabbed my reading glasses too, because hold on. Let me. I probably should have. I probably should have done it earlier, honestly. Uh, shit, damn. No, there's not a lot here. Maybe the next bit of space will have stuff. I'm gonna just grab some of the. Grab some of the stuff right off here. Let's just go to this rack. Heck with it. Yeah. Okay. Let's. Damn. Get back in the ship. Hey. Nice. I do want to grab that cargo. Hmm. I mean, just for the loot of it, you know? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know that the small ones are usually. Let's see. Hmm, it's not bad. Oh, come on. Unfortunately, my capacitor is going to take forever to recharge back up. I don't. I don't think. Uh, I'll just bump it. I'll bump it. Let it tick over twice. Uh, kind of letting some of my capacitor get back up
Warp drive active.
before I activate this thing. What do we got? Oh, okay. Missile batteries. Another acceleration gate, you say? Put this back. Um, yeah, let's say like we're not gonna get there. Wait, were you facing the wrong way the whole time? I, oh, it's because you were trying to go towards the missile batteries. Duh. That'd have been too convenient. They come in at up there. Okay. Yeah. Might as well drop it out now. That way I can come back and get it. Who's about? Um, Still want to get up here and blast some of these. Dang. Where are they? Okay, they're all over here. Alright, that's fine. That we can live with.
Our module has run out of charges.
Oh, hold on. Don't do that. That was not in range. This last missile battery just out of the way so I don't have to deal. Constant missile fire, missile barrage. Even if it's not like particularly dangerous. Could get them drones. I can start turning around and going back. head back towards our tree life thing. Freaking battery's getting hosed because I'm using way too much power. Let's turn everything off for a little bit. Hey. Oh, that's... He's zipping down there. This dude should be dead. Get down here and do a little salvaging before I move on. Keep up our MTU. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. Just kind of kicking about in space. What in the hell? I'm more confused now than I was several moments ago. Let's see. I think okay, everything was been picked up by the server. Yeah. Beach. Cargo. Grab all the loot. Grab the tractor beam. Okay. I think I'll just grab the mediums and then move on. We'll leave the small things to do become space dust over long periods of time. You know what though? I'll take local chat being weird and goofy over the alternative. So I'm trying to adjust a little bit here. The downside to using this desk thing as a backrest instead of a desk is that it's not, particularly well designed for it, but I kind of have to like position my arms all funky to also use the mic. So I just failed this time. Maybe next time. Um, some funky space rocks. Coral rock formation. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Now we're good to go. I assume this means there's one more room, basically, to clear.
Warp drive active.
Okay. Send the drones. Next time I'm hanging around a shop, I'll buy a few more um Type 2 drones because I might have some on some ships back at base or so, but I probably just need more of them anyway. And say there's backup coming. It's kind of weird that they went to go. Maybe those things. I don't know. Those guys were just showed up. I don't know. Oh, the drones. The drones can handle that one. That's fine. Up there. It's getting nibbled on by drones.
A module has run out of charges.
Start heading towards that. That way I don't have to. 'Cause I don't think there's gonna be a ton of stuff here. But maybe, I don't know. If another wave of reinforcements shows up, then maybe I'll drop the. Oh, wait. Oh, there's another acceleration gate. Never mind. Might not be. Eh, actually, there might be. There we go. All right. Turn that off. Um, let's turn the engine on. Let's pick up some quick loot and head to the next gate. Some stuff is definitely more intense running. At least the abyssals when I was running them previously were a lot more having to like very much push the limits of all your stuff, like having to overheat things now and then just to get them to prevent enough damage to survive or to get through to like go fast enough to get to a place to deal with the next wave of dudes or I doubt I could probably do abyssals currently. At least right this minute. I would have to I would have to get a little more derusted, I guess, to be able to wrangle that stuff well enough. Ooh, thanks. Thanks, strange rock formation. That was definitely worth it. Thanks. Yeah, even as the only active thing on this ship, like that warp drive, uh, will burn through your capacitor very quickly. Um, I would be almost tempted to like go warp to a station just to get my capacitor back and come back through all the gates, but we're right on the gate, so just give it a second for my capacitor to get back to at least 40. Um, Reloading. Uh, Okay. Dang. That might be enough. Nah, I'll wait till I get to 40 at least.
Warp drive active.
Hmm. Towers. More towers and a smasher. Get more money for all our. I assume it's for bounties. Yeah. I'm getting target painted. Just kind of vanish into my drone bay.
Warp drive active.
Last room. Oh, another acceleration gauge. Okay. Curious if that means I gotta blow up like one of these structures. Let me get up here and do a quick loot. Okay. Let's blast this interior. Maybe I get out of tractor beam. Just in case this is where everybody ends up rolling in at. So I did mention that there was supposed to be some dude.
A module has run out of charges.
Probably should have finished the Centurion off. Come on, I hit the button. There we go. I think probably takes care of it. Oh, that does. Definitely. Start heading towards that. The ships that are finally getting here. It's the tactical overlay. Oh yeah, yeah. It kind of like shows you how far out stuff is. I'm gonna turn tactical overlay off. Mm. Mm. Cruisers, battle cruisers. Right. That one does need to get taken care of. Mm. Did not finish him off. Dang. Let's get rid of the big guy. Mm. Let's see.
A module has run out of charges.
Dang. I'll use this Infernos. Why not? Although, yeah, it's not the greatest against these guys. Oh, more dudes. Okay. Oh, coming in from a distance. Okay. Oh. Waiting for him to come closer to me. While we're sitting here, let's just take this stuff out of here. I'll do a little cleanup while we wait for these dudes to show up. fallen for the trap of getting too close. Head break? I don't even think it's... Huh. Didn't even show me that that was here. Hold on. Did the... No? Did not show that to me. Huh. Wow. Then again, like, the thing has been real jank as of late. As far as ads go in general. Yeah, right. F. Yeah. No, don't split. You silly goobers. All right. Forgot. I was just sitting here.
Module has run out of charges.
Oh yeah, we didn't have a lot of. What was it again? Nova. Nova would probably be the best. We have a ton of Nova. Hmm? Get these damn web fires off me. Hmm. We're just in too damn close. I goofed. Should have been salvaging while I was here. Hey. Jeez. Game does not want me to salvage.
A module has run out of charges.
Nowhere near us. So, um, so yeah, that's way too close in. Not getting the good damage. It's also probably pretty small. Wow. Waiting for this dude to show up. Yeah. Still a bunch of brain de-rusting to do from the years of not not thinking about how to do an Eve. Wait, did I hit the button? Oh. Oh, attacking way too early. Silly. Finally. Now you can get blasted. Never salvage. Oops. Yeah, I'm just gonna salvage the mediums and move on because ooh, it's fairly long quests. Well, I mean, we're not flying a particularly like damage focused ship. It's not like top of the line or anything. Uh, is mine. Let's get all this stuff. That should be everything for the server. Let's scoop it. I will take a quick restroom break after this, since I couldn't really do it during the ad break, because you can't really pause this game while you're out in space, unless you want to risk like getting blasted by things, or I don't know, if you've got a cloaking device and have a nice hiding spot to tuck into. Uh, I'll just wait. Oh, come on. It's just one medium wreck. What are you doing? I feel like this Drake just not designed to harvest junk, so it just doesn't. I don't really wanna pick through this mess. I'm just gonna say it failed every time. Okay, got all my stuff. Double check just to make sure that the server's in there.
Warp drive active.
Get out here a little bit farther, just so I don't hear the engine noise. Time is it? No, it's not even midnight yet. What am I tired for?
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Let's get parked. I'll turn the quest real quick and grab like a quick break to eat some ice water and all that fun stuff. Hooray! One second. I mean, let me see. Hmm. I put the mic somewhere. Hmm. Oh, trying to adjust things so I can get comfortable. Okay. Hmm. What do we got? Got the mission reward stuff, a bunch of bounty stuff. Hmm. I actually want to. You know what? Let us spend some cash and grab some plugs, or use our in-game. Um. Uh, what are we doing? Excellent. Um. Five plugs. No, not with cash money, please. Thank you. Oh, I need to. Yeah. It's in the market. Trade goods. Oh, pilot services. Plex. Ah. So I want to buy 25 just to play around with our like week of Omega. Uh, 25. Yeah. So we've got our jobber. I just I just felt like unlocking a few days, play around with my Omega stuff. Or I can like learn skills again for a little while. Close. Okay. Let's see. What is our uh, mm, oh, that's uh hold on. What? Um okay. Hold on. Do I need to like log out, log in?
Connecting.
Wham. Okay. Um. Okay. I don't know what we can like. What will actually pick up a short amount of time that you know, fool around with. Um. Let's see. Trade we have. Mm, mm. Huh. Could have sworn. Mm. What's the what's the not assault frigates? What's the mining destroyer? Yes, that's what I get. Get a couple more levels on that. Why not? Okay. Da da da. Trying to think what. I do one more mission before. Oh, hold on. I know what I can do now that I have Omega again, or Omega for the moment. Where did my... Did I leave it at the other place? Crap. I probably did. It's not here, right? Uh, I... Let's see, what's the... Yeah, I guess that's fine. Now you know what, let's grab these drones out of here. I don't... I can always replace them on the... I thought I had some salvage drones sitting around here, but I don't really want to go all the way back to home base to grab them, I guess. Let's do like one more missiony time, and then we kind of wind down the night with mm, maybe going and picking those up, and then maybe I'll get my work like positioned for doing stuff later. Actually, let's check what the belts are like back in the home.
station just to see. Uh, Go armed. Okay. Sure. I would not be surprised if the Drake is a little overkill for this particular mission, but I'm not. Oh man. Somebody jumps away in this low boat.
Warp drive active.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think we maybe got enough missiles. I probably should pick some more up while I was sitting there, but yeah. It should be enough, hopefully, to get us through the mission at least. Mm. Mm.
Warp drive active.
Okay.
Warp drive active.
Ooh. My neck is being a little grumpy. Position myself to take some pressure off it. Yeah. Okay. I think it's just from having my arms slightly elevated.
Warp drive active.
Oh no! I did not take a bunch of shit out of my inventory. So my inventory is pretty full. Again, like just that's just kind of rust. Forgetting to clear things up after missions.
Warp drive active.
This location. A bunch of drones. I think with the drones you want, yeah, you will switch over. They're getting a little. They are unfortunately pretty close, so you're not gonna get a lot of our DPS out on them. So we get a little bit further away, just in case. Ah, parts. Oh, probably should have stopped. Oh, yeah. Blast some drones. Probably could have done this in the cruiser. If that's all this is. A few drones. More wave. No. Okay. Uh, Never mind. I don't know what am I doing. We get our turn too soon. That dude's under the thing. Dang. Can I salvage me? Yes.
The capacitor is empty.
Oops. Where did they go? Oh, okay. Okay. It's off. That should be fine. Kind of just waiting for get a little bit more capacitor up and then jump.
Warp
There
drive
we go.
active.
Something funky in my neck. Bit different bit though.
Warp drive active.
Slow boating back.
Warp drive active.
Oof. Shocked I had enough juice to make that jump. What? Uh-oh. Let's see. I see. We're getting there. Let's see. Head back to base. Turn in my quest. And I'll probably head back to home. Find something. I mean, I could dust off the wardrobe maybe. If the belts at home are decent enough, just hang out and wind down the night with some belts. I need.
Documentation requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. So, need to clear a bunch of crap on my ship. Let's get this out. The white missiles can go. This can go. This. Okay. Not a bad, not a bad little poke around. Let's see, get that. Let's get back on the Starliner. I guess we gotta head back to home system. Oops. Okay. Alright, let's head back home and get our some of our stuff out of storage.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
No, it's going down. It's going through downtown. No Dixie.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Click on that there.
Warp drive active.
It is getting late. Probably should actually call it night, but again, I do kind of want to stay up just long enough to get those ships in.
Warp drive active.
That way tomorrow I can kind of mess around with that stuff. Build them up a little bit and, maybe poke around at some low sec mining. See how they hold up. Okay. There's a few people. Let's see, did we get? Let's see what's going on at
Warp drive
Belt
active.
7-1. Hmm. There's a lot of. Hmm. pretty good belt. 7-1, okay.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay. What was it doing? Brains stopped braining there for a second. We want to. Yeah, why not? Let's get in the old Orca for a little bit. Let's see. Thing. So we got my mining drones. Where's that stuff? Okay. Mm. What they're doing? Oh, what? Why do I do it that way? There we go. Clean up my. Fancy. Oh. Oh, fancy orca skins. Mining barge? No, they're not. It's not a barge. It's technically a. Command ship, I believe. Oh. Well, that is whatever. Let's go poke around the belt real quick. Well, real quick. Wind down the night with some casual. Uh, let's see. Oh yeah, let's go there. Wait. I thought it was belt 1, wasn't it? Uh, did I pick? Was it actually
Warp drive active.
8-1 the whole time? I couldn't read it. Let's see. It's the UI scaling. Oof. A little big. Yeah, that's probably a little too big, actually. Oh. Oh, whoop, no. No. That. It's display 3, isn't it? Fixed window? Okay, there we go. Okay. Hooray. Um, um, Headbrake just showing up out of nowhere again. It's launcher. Drones. Okay. That. The. Okay. Our barge in space. No. I probably should have. Well, I ought to like just call it a night. Just, I'm just gonna hang out here and mine for a bit until the ships are done. Another little under an hour rather. Mining hold 0%. Big is the mining hold again in this thing. It's pretty, yeah, pretty hefty. But yeah, I mean, I am gonna just be like chilling, big chilling in space. So normally I would like kind of turn on some videos or something and just kick back until things are wrapped up a bit. You know, just to kill some time and do a little work of mine. Yeah. I think I probably will just call it a night. Because, I mean, it's just gonna be me hanging out here in space. Far less going on when I'm not doing a mission. I'm just, like, watching drones hang out and nibble on rocks for a while. Might take a bit. So yeah, let me hop off and I'll do some. Well, do I do anything else? Oh no. I've flopped this on my. Let's see what else we can get into. So, yeah. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I think I will hop off for a bit. Hopefully, either I don't think tomorrow's weather is supposed to be all that great, so I probably will not. Yeah, no, it's Friday. Friday is the late. It is looking like the best day for a lake trip. Maybe get out, get some fishing in. Yeah, probably Friday. Hopefully, I will like have everything ready to go for. I need to remind myself to maybe clear off some of the stuff off the camera before I go up there. Excuse me. But yeah, for now, I think I'll just hop off, call it a night, turn on something to entertain myself with for a little while, and nibble some belts until the builds are done. But thanks for popping in, thanks for hanging out, and maybe we'll kick about in space for well, at least the rest of the week. I don't know. So much stuff to play, so little time. Time and focus energy. All right. Later, y'all. Have a good one.